feel first game back in a while? Did you feel like same old, or
Yeah,
a little nervous at all?
Yeah, they were a little nervous before the game, just kind of, like I said before, get that first hit, which was nice to get. And then, but the body felt really good, and I didn't feel very rusty. I felt kind of like in the flow of the game pretty well. So, yeah, thought we did some good things offensively.
Was there any hesitation when you were running the ball or moving around at all?
I thought about it for a second on like the first one, so I spun to make sure it didn't hit my left shoulder, and then I got hit. And I was glad. I mean, I should never do that again, but I was glad I kind of got that out of my system.
Now, those runs, were they all designed, or was that you just saying, I'm going to run it?
A few of them were kind of just if they were going to cheat and play, a lot of guys in our run game, just kind of pull off the end defender. And so they were kind of playing it that way because our running backs were running well, so there were some open looks.
Coach Wilson talked about how he liked you was so demanding on the sidelines. Can you talk about that a little bit and maybe how your leadership role is expanded now as a senior?
Yeah, I just know what I like a lot more, and I was not afraid to tell Coach Wilson or Coach Johns just what I saw out there and what routes I wanted to get out there. And it was a very good working relationship with all three of us, kind of, what we're seeing and what we want to attack, and they were listening to me, which I really appreciated. So yeah, I was just kind of seeing. I mean, I had the best point of view of all of them, and they trust my, my say. So it was cool.
It felt like you didn't kind of find fourth or fifth gear until maybe the second quarter. What was the slow start about, and how did you diagnose and correct it?
Yeah, we had a really good first drive. Went down and scored right away, and then for the rest of the game, they were running really kind of funky, weird defensive looks. And credit to them, they did a good job adjusting, trying to take away some of our bubble throws. Take away some of our runs, force us to throw down the field, which then we had to do and kind of did pretty well. So still a lot to learn from, but it's just if you want to be a good team, you have to learn how to adjust on the fly and things like that.
What are the positives you take from this win, and also, I don't know if necessarily negatives, but concerns that you have to address?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good football team, and they gave us their best shot, and it was a good game. But there's a lot of things positive to take from this game. Thought offensively we did pretty well. The pass protection was unbelievable. I didn't really get sacked or really hit the whole game, which was awesome. And then the running game, those running backs are really, really good. And then, I just think you always make your most improvement from game one to game two. That's the theory, and I really believe in that theory. And, so, I really think, there's no negatives if we learn from things. So I think there's a lot to learn from. We'll very much improve.
Some people were kind of wondering about the deep threat when Jay Sean went down. Looks like Ricky Jones might be kind of taking that role.
Yeah, Ricky did a good job. I've been telling you guys, Ricky's back. He was looking really good his freshman year and kind of had some injuries, and he's back, got confidence and swagger. So it was good to see him make some big plays out there. And other guys too. Sammy did great, Mitchell Page did great, and guys behind him. So
for you as a quarterback, how important is it? Maybe chemistry is a word that's thrown a little too much, but how important is it to strike up that relationship quickly with at least one guy out there?
Yeah, it was good just to get confidence for those guys. They haven't played a ton of ball before, so it was good for them to know, hey, I can play at this level and I can be a star player. So yeah, I think just kind of continuing to build chemistry throughout the year is huge, and so I like where we started offensively today, but I think there's a lot more we can achieve.
Hey, what was going through your mind that last drive when Southern Illinois was driving, scored the touchdown, then went for two?
I was just thinking if they score, how far or where I needed to get to throw it into the end zone for a Hail Mary or things like that. So I was just kind of preparing for what if, and fortunately our defense made a good stop.
What did you think of that play call? I know Wilson said he might have called the 71-yard pass.
Oh yeah, he called it beforehand, and it just wasn't. I wasn't in love with the look, so I kind of scrambled and was trying to make a play, and then threw it away, and then Coach called it again, and I was like, I just kind of hung on it a little bit longer and just threw it kind of pretty far and let him run under it. So he made a really good play on the ball.
Were you surprised that he called it twice?
No, absolutely not. I'll look to the sideline sometimes and kind of give him a nod that I want to play again or something like that. But that was all Coach Wilson. He called it again, so he did a good job.
Obviously, big shoes to fill in the running game with Tevin gone, but Jordan Devine had a pretty good day. Your thoughts on the running game?
Our running backs are pretty good. Our committee is good. Tevin was obviously awesome last year, and D'Lo. But I really like this 1-2 punch this year, and I think they're going to be pretty special.
Talk about coming back after being off last year, what it was like to be out there throwing again.
Yeah, it was great. Kind of knowing I was live and kind of have that urgency in the pocket to get rid of it on time and throw with anticipation and things like that. And Fortunately, my offensive line did awesome. I didn't get sacked all day, but then kind of running on my own and taking a few hits felt good to be back in the flow of things.
When you hit the one to Jones, did you think it was going to be on there the second time you threw it?
The last.
Yeah, the last one.
Did I? What do you mean?
I mean, do you think he's going to get it?
Oh yeah, that's why I threw it. Because I gave him a lot of air and let him run under it, so I knew he'd make a play.
All right, thanks.